Hey everyone, it's Miss Tanish One, and I'm finally doing my braces update. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in because I have a lot of stuff to cover, especially when you first get braces and what to expect. So I've had my top braces for about 7 months, and I've had the bottom ones for about 6 months. And along with my braces, I also am wearing a bite plate. I have clear ceramic braces. The cost was about $4,500. My cost was actually supposed to be more if they would have billed me for my entire mouth being or the top and the bottom having the clear brackets. They made a mistake and put the clear brackets on accident, and I don't know if I ever updated you guys about that, but I was recommended to have the silver brackets to the bottom. And let me first start by saying that there's no difference between clear braces and silver braces. They all pretty much do the same thing, and they work the same way. It doesn't move faster if you have the silver ones, or it doesn't. It's just all those are myths. They work pretty much the same way. The only difference is, and this is the reason why it was recommended that I get the silver braces, difference is the size. The silver braces are about 1/3 of the size of the clear ones. So you guys really can't see, but these brackets are pretty big. So when most orthodontists recommend silver to the bottom, it has to do with your bite, and my main problem was my bite. So when you bite down, your top teeth need not to interfere with the bottom row of braces, and that was why it was recommended that I have the bite plate. And not only the bite plate, it was recommended that I get silver to the bottom so that I'll be able to get my bite plate off sooner. So because I have clear to the bottom, I've already had my bite plate for 6 months. It's probably going to go another 6 to 8 months, to be honest. And my estimated time with the silver was 8 to 10 months or something like that. So that's the deal on the difference between the silver and the clear brackets. I have just a whole bunch of notes that I've been taking over the last few months, just in case you guys had questions or was wondering, or just plain old things that I didn't know that occurs when you have braces. So I'm just going to go in order. And my first thing is that, okay, the food in your teeth. There's no way around it. There's gonna be food in your teeth all the time. Every time you eat something, it's gonna be like, especially when you eat something green, it's going to be stuck and wedged. And I mean, that's just the way of life when you have braces. There's going to be food in your teeth. So I had to invest in a few things that has been helping me along the way. And these little scrubs, or I don't even know what these are called, but if you're on the go, these are in my purse, these are in my car, these are in my desk. I take these everywhere, and they're just able to navigate around the brackets and the wire pretty good. Here's another little thing by Colgate, and what I like about this is the sharp tip, and it's also a little brush to where you can just scrub really quick. And it's embarrassing when you have food in your teeth, and I'm very self-conscious of that. So every time I eat, I will clean my teeth. Another thing is flossing. It's just the whole flossing process. It used to take me about 15 minutes to floss, and we have these little hopefully you can see it, but we have these little flossers that you stick under the wire. And look, let me just tell you guys how I shortened my flossing time in half. So instead of 15 minutes, it takes me 8 minutes to floss. And I do use the sensitive gums floss. This is just a softer floss because, you know, it's very sore, very tender, and my gums are so swollen. Oh, another thing that you guys may not know is that when your gums swell up, and my gums are really swollen to the bottom, and at the top. That's just the side effect of having braces. I swear to God, I thought I had gingivitis. I like booked I booked an appointment with my dentist, and I'm just like, my gums are so swollen. Like, I don't know what this gingivitis like thing that's going on in my mouth, but I'm gonna come in. I went in and they had to explain that your gums swell up, you know, just as a side effect of your teeth being moved. So this is what I have done. If you tie the floss onto this, you can navigate so quickly, and it probably takes me about 7 minutes to floss now instead of the 15 that I used to spend. My toothbrush, one of the things that you need to do is switch how you brush your teeth. That's very important. I managed to keep my teeth pretty white and pretty clean, despite the fact that I have braces, and that is because of this. I got this toothbrush. Oh, when I went to the dentist, my dentist recommended that I get Sonicare, and he also recommended a Waterpik. So Sonicare, that whole system was well over $100, and I was not having it. So I found this Oral-B toothbrush at Target, and it was actually on clearance. So it was half off. This was $65, and I got it for $32.50. And this toothbrush is so good. Another thing that is very important is the Waterpik. I Waterpik every day, sometimes twice a day. It also helps me get under the bite plate to clean, and it keeps down odor in your mouth. And another big thing that I have on my list is mouth odor, and that was one thing that I wasn't really used to because I've always had good oral hygiene. But it doesn't matter how good your oral hygiene is. When you get braces, you're gonna have to take the time and spend the time to constantly keep all of this in order and keep the hygiene in order and keep the odor down. And it doesn't help that I have a bite plate in my mouth. So this really helps get between my gums. Another thing that I noticed when I first got my braces, and I'm still talking about the beginning of my journey, because remember, I'm 7 months in now. I just have not been doing updates. So another thing was the buildup that I would have in the morning. So with braces, you have a lot of buildup when you wake up in the morning, at least at first, because now it's not as bad. But yeah, that's just, I don't know, I guess every person is different, but I used to get a lot of buildup in the morning. It's not so bad now anymore. Another thing, you produce more saliva, so I would drool in my sleep at first. And I don't know, it was just pretty disgusting. And let's just keep in mind that I'm telling you guys stuff like that you just won't know. And I had to find all of this out on my own. So the drool was another thing in my sleep. I would also wake up, and it was like these braces would work like as a suction. So like my inner cheek, everything just would be like stuck together in the morning. I would have to like pry my mouth open and pry like my inner jaw away from the braces. Another thing was the cuts. I think like your jaw builds up tolerance, the inner layer. So I really don't get the cuts and the blood clots from biting, and I believe they call this an anchor. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty sharp at the bottom, and it used to cut and dig into my jaw. Oh, another thing, when you're talking and people are close to you, you might spit sometimes. Like spit might fly out of your mouth, or for me, because of my bite plate, if I try to talk with food in my mouth, sometimes the food will fly out. So I have to be extra cautious. Like when I'm eating, oh, that's just a whole nother thing. Like eating in front of people, just be cautious, you know. It could get messy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, Another thing, oh, the color bands that I have, I don't get clear anymore because the clear elastics stain really bad. The brackets themselves do not stain. Let's get that clear right now. It's your elastics that stain. So the color that I get now is pearl. And pearl really doesn't stain unless you eat mustard or curry, which I learned both of those the hard way. So if you have like the clear or pearl or tooth colored elastics, don't eat mustard or curry because they will be yellow. And it's not only like a yellow, it's like a fluorescent greenish yellow. It was just not cute. I have a spring coil in right now that is making space. If you guys have noticed that I have one tooth that is not in the brackets yet, or that's not in the wire yet, I shall say. So I'll insert a picture right here. Okay, so that is what the coil spring looks like. You can see how swollen my gums are at the bottom. It's so ridiculous. But the coil spring is essentially pushing my teeth apart, and I've probably had the coil spring for about 2.5 months. They told me it would take about 3 months to open up the space, but there's still not enough space for them to put my little snaggly tooth in the wire yet. So I'll probably have to go another 4 more weeks with the coil spring. I have an appointment tomorrow, so I'll just see what my doctor says. The tightenings, for me, I really haven't experienced a lot of pain with my braces. When I get my braces tightened, my teeth are a little sensitive. That's about it. So I've never had this pain that everyone speaks of, but the only painful thing to me is when they switch the wires. So every time you go in for a tightening does not mean that you're going to get a new wire. They may reuse the same wire, or they may switch it out for a thicker, stronger wire. It just depends. So whenever I get a new wire, then I'm in pain. I'm probably in pain for about 4 days. And it's really hard to bite down. It's hard to chew. There's just endless pressure, just pressure everywhere. You can feel it all in your face and in your head. So for me, the tightenings are nothing. People told me that the coil spring would hurt. That was nothing, but those wire changes, like, they get me every single time. So chewing, when I made my last video, I could not chew because my teeth didn't touch. So my teeth probably started touching a little bit on the left side after about 3 months, and then I slowly began like chewing, like just chewing like small things. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys that my teeth are touching. See in the back? It couldn't do that before. The top has really straightened out. I'm really pleased with my progress. The bottom, well, yeah, the bottom is like watching grass grow. That's how slow my bottom is coming together and moving. But the one thing that I can say is that I'm so happy with my decision to get my braces. I feel like my confidence improved, even though my teeth are still crooked to the bottom and I still have a snaggle tooth. I'm far more confident than I was before. I feel good about it. I'm happy. Life is good. I have no complaints. There's someone special in my life. And everything has been going pretty much good for me. So I don't know, I'll probably have to make another video because I probably have left a lot of important things out. Peace. I will see you guys in the next video. The first 2 pictures are right before I got my braces, and the next few pictures was my first day in braces, and you can see how crooked the wire was. Since then, I believe I've had about 3 wire changes. And this next picture is about 7 weeks. You can see how much my bottom row moved within 7 weeks. And this is my current smile. So this is about 6 to 7 months in braces.